welcome back to another Premier League video. The 2025-26 Premier League season is officially underway, and now we can look forward to the season proper. We've been discussing transfers all through the summer, but now it's time to actually discuss what will happen on the pitch. And first off, Victor, let's talk about a side that have surprised everyone. And when I say they've surprised everyone, I don't think I remember a newly promoted side that have been as active as Sunderland has been in recent time. For a newly promoted side, I really can't remember anyone. But regardless, after spending more than 100 million euros so far, do you think Sunderland will be able to start their Premier League season with a winning note against West Ham?
Yeah, I think so. Look, West Ham were far from impressive last season, and over the summer they've also lost Kudus. They've performed quite poorly in preseason as well. Sunderland, as you mentioned, they've completed some really impressive deals for a newly promoted side. The things they've done are quite impressive, and I think the Stadium of Light will also be buzzing for this one because it's been a hot minute since they've been in the Prem. So I, for one, am really looking forward to this one, and I do expect a Sunderland win.
Yeah, fair enough. We're going to see how that plays out. And moving on to you, Max, and over to the reigning champions, Liverpool. According to the bookmakers, Liverpool are favourite against Bournemouth. But do you think it's going to be as straightforward as the bookmakers expect?
I mean, yeah, pretty much agreed, I guess, on this one, because as you mentioned already, Victor, Bournemouth lost two of their main defenders, and Liverpool are super strong at the attack currently, I feel like, at least. So they're going to score at least two or three, and I don't really see Bournemouth scoring more than one, so yeah, it's got to be a pretty easy game for Liverpool, I guess.
Fair enough. Pretty easy. I mean, Victor said the same against Palace, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And moving on to you, Victor, what can we expect from Newcastle against Aston Villa, especially given how Newcastle have struggled in the transfer window so far?
Yeah, I think Villa should be getting at least a draw in this one. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of sympathy for Eddie Howe and the way this summer has gone for him and for his team, but I just feel like it's such a shame they're getting back into the Champions League, and yet that seems like an afterthought because of how many transfer targets they've missed out on because of the whole Alexander Isak saga. At the same time, Villa, they've been kind of unspectacular, but they've got a solid core that wasn't really disturbed much, whether it was a striker throwing tantrums or anything else. So I think, yeah, they've got what it takes to get a win against Newcastle.
Fair enough. And over to you, Max. I remember last season when we did lots of our Premier League, previews, and we're making excuses for Manchester City. Oh, they don't have Rodri, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But now they've done their signings and whatnot. Do you think it would be back to business for Manchester City as usual as they take on Wolves?
I mean, it has to be an easy game for Man City, obviously, because Wolverhampton looking quite poor currently, and while Man City is signing a lot of good players that at least Randers can replace Rodri for the moment, and I really see them scoring at least three, so it has to be a pretty much easy game, as I said about Liverpool as well.
Fair enough. And Victor, what is the reaction expected from Tottenham against Burnley after losing in surprising fashion to PSG in midweek?
Yeah, morale can't be very high at Spurs at the moment, right? They once again managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, and I'm guessing they're pretty pissed off about it. And if they aren't, they damn well should be. The way they lost it, the fact that they lost wasn't that shocking. The way they did it. I don't think they'll be tearing Burnley to shreds here, but a win is an absolute must, especially since they're playing at home.
Fair point. And just on a final note, Max, Crystal Palace actually caused an upset, against Liverpool. And do you think they will be able to do something similar against Chelsea?
Uh, no, I guess it's not gonna happen because Chelsea look pretty much constructed for this season, and their playing at the Club World Cup was quite good. And Crystal Palace just played; they just won a trophy. They're probably still celebrating it again because 2 trophies in 3 months, more than a whole out career for them. And at least on the road, I don't see them even getting a draw. It has to be a pretty much close game at least because it's round one. Anything can happen, but I see Chelsea winning this one.
All right, fair enough. And that's all we have for our preview video. The Premier League is back. The new season is back. It promises to be exciting. In fact, I'm actually pretty happy about the fact that from round one, we can already see how difficult and how tricky this season is going to be. I mean, the only constant I think for me is that United will struggle once again. But aside that, everything is going to be pretty much very unpredictable, and we'll be yet to give all the best bits, all the best talking points as they come.